presents WrestleMania.
It's time to play the show. The bell has rung, and that big show might be over. But it's time for us to bring wrestling information you can enjoy with the match predictions, analysis, the ups and downs of professional wrestling, all reaction, some beverage drinking to bring you logic on tap with your good brothers. It's time for you to look into the eyes of Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder on Beer, Blues, and BS.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome.
He's so loud he cut himself out.
I am so loud that I cut myself out. Welcome to a special Triple B wrestling review for WrestleMania Night 2. That's right. We're breaking down all the action. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Well, after sitting through that, I actually feel a lot better. I'm pretty good. Yeah.
All right. And you might notice that we have a third host joining us. He was in the comments last night, but he's here in person tonight. That's right, all the way from the good state of Iowa. It is Rude Boy Kyle joining us. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good. It was I was able to join partway through tonight, so I was give my 2 cents, and thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, you know, you saw more than I did, so I did see a few things, a few little clips. But, gentlemen,
clips now.
Yeah, you know, I saw something.
Oh boy.
Now, gentlemen, let's break down the course of action. What's going to be happening for those who maybe this is your first time joining us. Kidder and I, we have been watching pay-per-views or now premium live events together for several years since the dawn of the WWE Network. And we play a little game where we make predictions to see who can get the most things right. We throw in some bonus questions here and there just to make it interesting. And in the end, we are competing for the defunct WWE pay-per-view of Bragging Rights. I'm currently holding it. However, after night 1 of WrestleMania, I'm 2 points down. So Kidder's got a good chance of walking out of WrestleMania with Bragging Rights. So we'll get more into that and some other issues with it in a little bit. But gentlemen, we tend to start every episode of any of our shows with everybody's favorite segment, and that is What's on Tap. So, gentlemen, as you know, I'm just going to hop in. I got a body armor here to drink to keep me hydrated, but I will be following in the tradition of doing penalty shots for every wrong prediction I make. So, although tonight I'm not probably going to do If You Know, You Know, because I was a little queasy after last night. So I'm just going to be sticking to this lovely peppermint schnapps, and maybe I'll finish off the bottle, depending on how I did tonight. So, Kyle, as the guest, what are you having this evening?
Yep, I didn't have a chance to go shopping since it was a somewhat busy weekend, so I've fell back on the Bud Lights. So, cheers.
Nice. And Kidder, what are you having?
Well, having problems with the key working right now. So it's getting a little funky here. Because why wouldn't it? Right?
Because we're professionals. You know, nothing ever goes wrong.
We'll do it live. I was like, oh man, we got this all set up before the thing. We're ready to go. And then what does it do? drops the hammer.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So, what?
Yeah. So, there
The way she
is
goes.
that. But anyway, got to push late. The lattes from Iowa and the corn have made it up here once again. So, cheers.
Got a classy bit of beverages going on for tonight's big event.
Well, I don't want to, have a bunch of extra coughing and hacking and whatnot when I'm trying to speak and go over the matches from some garbage drink like an IPA.
And you'll stay hydrated too.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the lattes.
So, Kidder, I had to inform you this morning that there may be a bit of controversy about our prediction game and the results of last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see, for those who, again, if you're joining us, Kidder and I locked in our predictions Friday night. We recorded them. We put them out live to everybody. We got through last night scoring. But Kidder, I saw something this morning and I went, wait a second. I think there's been an issue. And of course, when we have issues here on the Triple B, we need somebody to come in and resolve them. And I hinted that he might be here tonight. But I did bring the ref jersey.
Oh, watch out. So,
Howard the ref called in because we got some controversy right off the get-go.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Kidder, this involves one of the matches and a little bit of confusion. And so what may have happened is there may have been some misinformation given that might have caused a wrong prediction.
Misinformation given?
Yep. This could mean maybe this was an innocent mistake. We were tired. It was after we had recorded the main show. Or this could be sabotage. Give the wrong answer to throw somebody off. And it just so happens, Kidder.
What was the information? Was it something that just the wrong wrestler for the match, or?
Yeah. One of us who maybe doesn't watch quite as often as the other one was asked a question.
That's
and
the
based
guilty
off
face right there.
And based off his answer, may have caused a wrong pick. So I have a clip. I pulled it up. So this is from our prediction show.
Howard's bringing receipts.
And well, here's the thing, because we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna handle this. So let me play this little bit for the match. If you're wondering, it's about the Usos. So here we go.
I'm gonna swerve and pick Jay.
Which one goes yeet?
Jimmy.
I'll take Jimmy.
I blame tiredness and drunken confusion. They're twins, after all. I think I was still confused when you said that I chose Jay and I thought I had chosen Jimmy. So
that's why I think it's an innocent mistake. It's because, because you were like, I'm going out on a limb, I'm picking Jay, and then I was like, okay, well, which one says yeet? Because I want the one who says yeet, and I couldn't remember. I was tired, so I asked. You said Jimmy. I said, well, fine, I picked Jimmy, even though that's not the Uso I really wanted. And I only discovered that when I caught a clip from last night, and Jay wins, and the whole audience is going yeet, 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 and I'm like, wait. That's not the Uso that I thought it was, and such. So Kidder, we need to resolve this. Because clearly from that clip, right? I was asking which one said yeet. I was trying to figure out who that was. And that's who I went with. So, do we count that as an actual correct pick? Or is it, my own fault that I don't know which Uso is which? This is the dilemma.
What's Rude Boy have to say on this subject?
Well,
You
as
guys
someone
don't
who
know what you're doing. Why are we
who
on
if
this
I needed
show?
further clarification on wrestling, and if I don't have the full information, I would go to you guys and ask, because you guys are my authority for wrestling type things. If I were in Howard's position, I would demand Mark take a shot, a penalty shot.
Demand to see the manager. It's what it sounds like.
But I mean, it's something that if Howard had to take a shot based on false pretenses and false, or we'll say misleading information, then
Whoa. Whoa, now.
I mean, I don't know who says yeet. So if I asked you,
just
and you
gonna
told
wave
me,
over this button.
if
That,
you told me
what do we
Bozo
got
the Clown
here?
said yeet, I'd
For
choose
those of
Bozo
you
the
watching
Clown.
at home, you can see the menu then.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't done purposefully, but
No, let's just delete that match, because it was the worst match on the card last night anyway.
Well, I mean, you got a point for it. So I hate to erase your point. Because you had it correct, even though
Like,
you
who's
may have
lying?
even been going for the wrong Uso.
Look, clearly, I should get the point taken away because I don't know either, or we were just that tired and it's depressing.
Well, then what I'm hearing is that we're going to take away a point.
Sure,
Kidder.
go for it.
so we're down to well, what's the revised scoring then?
Well, the revised score, if we take the point away from Kidder, it makes it a lot closer. It's Kidder still ahead 6-5 over Howard.
So Mark loses one and you gain one?
If I gained one, then we'd be tied at 6.
Well, let's make it interesting then. Night 2, all to play for.
Night 2, all on the line. I like it. We're tied at 6. It's anybody's ball game.
The stewards have ruled.
I like how we're getting this technical over a defunct pay-per-view that doesn't matter.
Speaking of
you're
which,
trying to get the color key correctly because Rude Boy has not enough light in his backdrops. And so
let me help you.
Now it's your chair. All right.
Is that any better?
Getting a little hiss on the high end. Yeah, you're doing better.
All right.
Well, gents, that's the controversial portion of it.
Glad that we got that out of the way so everybody could drop off from actually watching this.
Fine. Take it over, Kidder. Let's start breaking it down. WrestleMania Night 2.
Oh. Well, you got to set the rules.
I think I've gone through the rules.
Okay. Well, then let's kick it off. Again, 2-hour pre-show. The countdown to WrestleMania 40. No matches. Hour 1.5. Pat McAfee, Big E, CM Punk, Michael Cole. Interviews talking about what's been going on throughout the day. They had not seen anything from Cody Rhodes at all through the day, so they were not sure if he was going to be able to compete. And other people running around the arena, arriving, doing their thing. Of course, the same quality graphics. So good things happening there. They had the second part of a video package from yesterday with Triple H and talking about CM Punk's return to WWE. And Triple H and CM Punk had no communication, apparently, despite the rumors. And as they got closer to the Survivor Series, Punk ended up talking with Nick Khan, and he had no problems with Khan talking to Punk. Triple H says that he checked out the fees for Cult of Personality and then got the contract done quickly. And since Punk was on his way back, and then only a couple people knew about it, that he was going to be showing up. And then he talked to the people in the main event about the signing as well, so they knew about it. And other people who maybe had issues, they were talked with. And then hoping that everything goes for the best and that Punk's been a great employee and they're trying to keep him involved while he is still on the injured reserve list. So, there's that. Seth and Punk respect each other, maybe, but they're not fans of each other. Drew and Punk had issues, but things changed when Punk was announced for commentary, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the show. Let's see. Interview continued talking about some other things, and basically the agreement for Punk was done during the pay-per-view, or premium live event, of course, and there's that. And Dallas has now scored 2 goals within like a minute and is up 4-2 over the Avs in the second period. He's happy to see his old buddies. That's Punk. And he's not the same person that he was years ago. A bunch more video packages and everything. And, of course, we had discussed that basically the kickoff or countdown show has been all just advertising. Peter Rosenberg was creeping in the stadium, or at one point in the kickoff, he was up in the rafters, the very last row of the stadium, and then a little bit later, he was in the front row and talked to a dude. He asked him how much he paid, and then the dude just said that he saved up. So I'm still wanting an answer as to how much the front row seat was at tonight's WrestleMania. Snoop Dio Double Jizzle in the house, and people running around getting interviews. So lots of stuff happening on the pre-show, which of course didn't really matter. Like a lot of stuff. Best part about it, when it was almost over and they cut to the arena and CM Punk's music hits, I'm like, yeah, here we go. First match on the card for night 2. You got it. It is Seth Rollins, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, versus Drew McIntyre. And yeah, we're up to the opening video. Opening video different from night 1, thankfully. They had some nice throwbacks to things that happened last night. And then, of course, the teasers for tonight's show. Still a little bit heavy on the video usage from the matches. I still don't like that. But it was a lot better than, previous videos. So, thankful for that. So, also the star, who I had no idea who was actually a star, apparently in the hip-hop world, his name is Meek Mill. Yeah. Michael Cole welcomes us to WrestleMania Night 2. And, of course, taking a look, seeing Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins getting ready to make their entrances. Then, the duo, The War and Treaty. I don't know what that means, but came out. They performed "God Bless America." God bless America. And then suddenly they're done. Everybody's cheering, and then the music hits, and it's Stephanie McMahon. That's right, making her way down to the ring to talk about how special this year's WrestleMania is. 40 years, proud to be part of the first WrestleMania under the Paul Triple H Levesque era. And then she asks if Philadelphia, are you ready? I said, are you ready? And welcomes everyone to night 2 for WrestleMania. Ready for the entrances at our first match of the night 2? I know I am.
Oh, according to a quick search before you get started, if I may interrupt.
Oh, you have info on the
WrestleMania,
like 1812 or
ticket prices.
oh, the tickets, right?
Most expensive 2-day pass runs $23,625, with night 1 prices around $16,500, night 2 being around $14,000, and the tailgate only pass is $234. So cheapest seats are let's see, section 240, row 19, clear view of all the action. 2-day pass is only $630. So that's the cheapest, according to sportingnews.com. 23 and change.
That's oof. That's
I mean, I do
yeah.
it.
Yes, I
There's
would.
cite your source.
All right. All right. Well, for match 1, Kidder's already said it's Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. In the prediction game, Kidder went with Drew McIntyre. Kyle and I both have Seth Rollins to retain. So.
Uh-oh.
What are you uh-ohing? The controversy already? Is that your uh-oh?
No, did
Oh.
you...
Oh,
Yeah.
we apparently lost Howard.
He set up the match very well, and then he
He
decided
set
to
it
hit
up,
the
and then
Rhodes.
he got... Hey, maybe it's Howard the ref, and he's taken his time, and now he's going to see...
Building suspense.
Yes, the suspense, but then he's going to see if Howard Blues, the podcast host, wants to return.
Yeah.
Maybe something that's going on there.
Oh,
How about that?
I don't have the predictions. Well, I have the predictions that I made. We might be up a creek if you don't have everybody else's mark.
Well, I believe that he said that both of you picked Rollins to retain.
Yes, we did.
And I believe I picked Drew McIntyre. But we also did it on the show, and that was 2 nights ago. And I was tired and under the influence. Oh, good.
He's
Howard's
back.
I apparently yeeted myself off the call.
Yeah.
I think it was Jey Uso who did that.
Or was it Jimmy?
Who knows?
Both of them. Those super kicking mofos. So, you were giving our actual picks. Am I correct in saying that you and Rude Boy both picked Rollins and I picked McIntyre?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We have confirmed, Rude Boy, that was truly the case.
Yep. That's what I remembered too. But I
Perfect.
was lamenting your slight absence because I was like, well, we might be up a creek without a paddle if Mark didn't have the total predictions with him. So
Yes.
Well, you wouldn't have been too bad because I would have been able to join Twitch. It somehow sent me back to like the meeting from Friday.
Cool.
So I had to actually hit forward on my browser until I got back to this meeting.
Well, yeah, close your browsers and delete your history, Howard. You should know that. Yeah. Thanks to Rude Boy putting in the chat, do not press the back button.
Do not close this window.
Also,
and I haven't even started drinking yet.
also, just to mention, since we're talking about things to do and don't do, this is something you need to do and pick up a drinking partner right here. drinkingpartner.com. Pick up a drinking partner, and it'll help hold your empty or full beverages anywhere, anytime. All right. This match is 10 minutes, 30 seconds in length. And, we should also mention, because we had discussed this before, Damian Priest, Senior Money in the Bank holder. And all three of us chose yes, that he would cash in. And I believe I picked no, that he would not be successful in the cash in. Howard?
Both Kyle and I said that he would be successful.
Okay. There we go. All right, so the match starts. McIntyre right away, out of nowhere with the Claymore kick. Rollins kicks out right at the very last of the last millisecond. McIntyre goes for another Claymore, but Rollins rolls out the ring. McIntyre follows Rollins, hits him with the chop block. A chop block. He got him with the chop block. McIntyre then sends Rollins flying on an overhead throw out to the floor. Rollins gets onto his feet. McIntyre hits him with another overhead throw. McIntyre goes for the future shock DDT in front of Punk, but Rollins reverses into a pedigree, a la Triple H. Rollins then sends McIntyre back into the ring, hits him with a stomp. Curb stomp, everybody. McIntyre kicks out. Both men now are trading strikes back and forth. McIntyre hits Rollins with a neck breaker and kip ups. McIntyre calls for another Claymore. Rollins reverses the Claymore into a power bomb. Rollins hits McIntyre with a pedigree followed by a stomp. McIntyre kicks out. Rollins goes for a super stomp. McIntyre moves out of the way. Rollins' knee buckles. McIntyre hits Rollins with the future shock DDT. Rollins kicks out. McIntyre then does the GTS taunt that CM Punk usually does. Well, he's looking at CM Punk. CM Punk says he's put the crowd to sleep with that move. Thank you very much. Goes for the GTS. Rollins reverses into a small package for a 2 count. McIntyre then hits Rollins with a Claymore. Once again, Rollins kicks out. After going over to the desks, he clears off the regular commentary desk. McIntyre stares at Punk. Rollins escapes McIntyre's powerbomb attempt on the commentary table. Rollins then hits a stomp on McIntyre on the commentary desk. Rollins sends McIntyre back into the ring. McIntyre hits Rollins with another Claymore. Rollins kicks out. McIntyre is shocked, hits another Claymore, and a 1, 2, and 3. There it is. Drew McIntyre, your winner and new WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion, as the Colorado Avalanche score, making it 5-3 with 45 seconds left in the second. So, after the match, McIntyre celebrating his win. Rollins shows a little respect and mouths something to him like, probably an F-bomb, because that's going around these days. McIntyre then hands the WWE World Heavyweight title to his wife. They kiss and embrace. McIntyre sees Punk over the commentary desk, walks over there. He clears off the table again, stands on the desk, and in front of Punk starts trash talking him. Punk then sweeps McIntyre's leg. Punk takes off the brace on his elbow and starts blasting McIntyre with it from his other arm. Punk gives a stomp on McIntyre, and then suddenly, Damian Priest music hits, and Priest comes running down. He's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. Priest blasts him with the briefcase. He tells the ref he's cashing it in. He hands it over. Ding, 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 lightning. Here it is. Throws him back in the ring. Next match on the card, Drew McIntyre versus your champion there, versus the Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. Priest sends McIntyre into the ring. Priest hits McIntyre with a South of Heaven choke slam. 1, 2, 3. That's right, McIntyre loses his World Heavyweight Championship after about 4.5 minutes of trash talking and being a schmuck. Damian Priest goes up to the top of the ramp, celebrates as the entire Judgment Day come out. Now, Rhea Ripley is the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, and Damian Priest is the World Heavyweight Champion. So there's a lot of heaviness happening with the Judgment Day. That match, by the way, was 9 seconds in length.
Kidder, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm
What?
I'm
What?
glad that there was
What?
a cash in and that
Yeah.
it was successful, because the way that you blew through those 2 matches, there was the potential for like 3 different shots to happen. So I'll take my one and enjoy. So cheers, gents.
I don't
Cheers.
remember picking a number out of that one.
I said I wasn't going to do that tonight.
Oh, okay, well.
Big Windex, huh?
If you like peppermint flavored Windex. Oh, I'll be glad when that bottle's gone.
Well, one step at a time. And there's still a lot of show to go. Join us because, yeah. This is what we need to have. We need to see commentary during the show as we're commentating.
Commentary on the commentary. Kidder, how did CM Punk do on commentary?
Fantastic. Couple of pipe bombs in there, making some jokes, throwing things out there. And I am obviously a fan of that.
Yeah. What I'm interested in, Kidder, and we won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I don't know if you've heard, but it sounds like AEW, in response to Punk's appearance on the MMA Hour, they are planning to release the footage of the brawl between him and Jack Perry.
Yeah,
and play
sure.
it on Dynamite.
Yeah, I saw that. Go for it, because you're only bringing more attention to CM Punk and that he left AEW and now he's being successful and probably making a lot more money in WWE. So, okay. Best thing to do, move on, pretend it never happened, and guess what? It doesn't get talked about, right? You want to be children like the Elite are, then keep doing it. Fine. It's just more media attention and more clicks with CM Punk's name on it, or WWE.
I tend to agree. So that's all we really need to spend on that.
Okay.
I decided to bring it up since it's kind of like the news of the day.
Sure.
So
Hey, you know what people should also do? News of the day? Like us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram.
yeah.
Drop your comments. Okay. You ready for the next part?
Yes.
Wonderful.
What's next?
Well, WWE Hall of Famer Snoop D-O Double Chisel introduced as a guest commentator during the next match, which is a 6-man tag team Philadelphia Street Fight match featuring The Pride, which is Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford, with B-Fab, formerly of another defunct garbage group, and The Final Testament, Karrion Kross, Akam, and Razar, Scarlett, and Hall of Famer Paul Ellering. Fun fact about this, The Final Testament features an entire team that has not had a WrestleMania moment. Yes, even Paul Ellering never had a match or was on WrestleMania. That's from the commentary team and the statisticians from WWE.
Interesting. In this one, Kidder, you went with The Final Testament. So, hey, clearly going for like the happy, everybody gets their WrestleMania moment story. What a big sentimental softy you are. Rude Boy Kyle and myself went with the Pride. I really didn't care in this. I think I actually went with the Pride just because Kidder went with the Testament, just so that, there'd be points scored.
Sure.
Or shots drank,
And I also did not care who wins this because I fast forward every time they're on the screen.
I was gonna say this is kind of like this was a match that I think neither of us were like interested or excited about. Like this is like the one match like limped onto the card, if you ask me.
Okay. So after Snoop Dogg gets in and a mic check, a 1, 2, the music hits. It's yeah, that's right. WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley introduced as the special guest referee for the Philadelphia Street Fight.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, here we go. So, right away, all 6 of them start brawling. The ring clears. Street Profits pull a table at ringside. Razar then sends Dawkins into the ring steps. Akam runs over the Ford. AOP and Cross then surround Lashley and start hitting him with kendo sticks. But Lashley gets a hold of the kendo sticks and starts beating them down. Cross hits Lashley with a neck breaker on a chair. Dawkins breaks it up for a pin. Gets destroyed with said kendo sticks. Ford jumps off the rope and gets hit with a kendo stick mid-air from Cross. AOP then hit the Super Collider on Ford and Dawkins. B-Fab's over there, breaks up the pin with a kendo stick. Starlet runs over, hits B-Fab with a trash can. Scarlett then sends B-Fab out of the ring. AOP then goes for another Super Collider, but Lashley breaks that up. Dawkins runs over Akam and Razar. Ford jumps over the top rope onto Razar and Akam. B-Fab then hits a boot to Scarlett on her face. Scarlett then suplexes B-Fab through the table. Cross hits the Doomsday Sato on Lashley, but Lashley kicks out. Cross then gets up into Bubba Ray Dudley's face. Bubba Ray Dudley is not impressed. He's staring him down. He reaches into his left pocket and pulls out something. Oh my, yeah, it's the Dudley Boys sunglasses. Ooh, yeah, staring him down. Lashley with the distraction spears Cross. Bubba starts directing traffic. Dawkins goes up top. They spread Cross's legs and goes for the what's up? Bubba then tells him to 1, 2, 3, get the tables! Cross is then laid across said table and Dawkins then grabs another table. Ford hits a frog splash on Cross through the table. 1, 2, and 3. Lashley pins Cross to pick up the win for the Pride.
Nice. Nice to see Bubba Ray at least making an appearance.
I wish Devon had been there. Both of them were sitting next to each other at the Hall of Fame ceremony Friday night. So it would have been cool to have both of them there because they are both employed in some fashion by the WWE. But, you know.
Does that mean we're drinking?
No.
No?
I had the Pride.
Okay. I chose that. Did I choose that too?
Anyway,
You did. Okay. However, I will have to just say because of the drinking, like my scorekeeping has gotten really messy. I can't even make tally marks right now. Apparently, I'll show myself out.
Need a live scoreboard operator.
you know, if we had the technology and the money, we could have something up over here probably.
Yeah, but we don't. So
that match was 8 minutes 35 seconds, by the way. Forgot to mention that.
That's pretty short for a street fight, but
Yes.
yeah. At least it sounds like it was a good match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed having old Bubba Ray there.
So Well, I guess it's a street fight, so it wouldn't be a screwy finish.
Correct.
Just throwing that out there. We still have the DraftKings screwy finish of the night to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Just wanted to mention also that ticket sales and whatnot, they said last night was sold out at 72,543 people. And Howard, what did I say last night? Or even Rude Boy, because you were watching. What did I say last night? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I say this? I might have been drunk at the time. I don't know. Did I not say that since they're sold out, if the number is higher tomorrow, that somebody's lying?
That is what you said.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, unless they have standing room tickets that they'll
But they're
release.
sold out. All tickets are sold out. You can't get tickets.
Well, when you say sold out,
here
you
we
can
go.
say all the seats are taken, but then
Here we
they sell 2,000 standing room only tickets because they can hawk those for $75 a piece and make an extra dime.
Scalpers. Okay. All right. Well, the attendance tonight officially 72,755, which means they squeezed almost an extra 200 people in there somewhere, maybe hanging from the rafters. I don't know. The combined two-night total, 145,298, which is always a weird number to me because most of those people are probably there for both nights. So counting the combined number is quite the screwy finish way of counting, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. Well, and to get back to your
on that.
Well, no, I mean, listen, they want the best number that they can get. So
Yeah.
I would almost guess that there's sold out and they count like tickets sold versus how many people actually walk through the gate. And whichever number is higher, that's what they go with. Because, you're going to have a few people who something happens. They don't make their flight. Grandma dies, and now they have to go to the funeral and not WrestleMania. I mean, that sort of stuff happens, and so I would almost guess that that's why you have that discrepancy is people may have bought the tickets and may not actually be in attendance, Maybe they
old
pre-gamed too
turnstile.
hard. Yeah, maybe they pre-gamed too hard tailgating and just never made it out of the parking lot. It could happen. So,
yeah,
that's a
classic.
theory.
And throw your theories down in the chat. Of course, hit the thumbs up to like our video as well. And you could share it too. That would be cool.
I think selling tailgate tickets is a
Scam.
bold move.
And bold move. Yeah.
Well,
Because, I mean, there's plenty of people who can't afford to make it into the show, but just to be part of the atmosphere, I think shouldn't cost $235. I think it was for tailgate pass. So I don't know.
yeah. I think that's part of just their business. So
who's watching? We got people watching tonight. Throw your names in the comments. We wanna hear from you, and of course hit that thumbs up button because liking is, sharing is caring. I hear the typing going. Rude Boy's enhancing.
I was working on that scoreboard.
There we go. Yeah, he's getting the programming for the scoring. All right, next match on the card, a singles match. That's right. It is for L.A. Knight. Yeah! And the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Nothing on the line. Partially brought to you by Slim Jim. Ooh, yes. Never do a Slim Jim. Yeah. Yeah. Also like to mention that, yes, there's video recaps and promos and looking at Logan Paul doing push-ups in the back. Also a fun interview with Kayla Braxton interviewing now WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman. She asked him what the Bloodline Rules match entails. This one's for you, Howard. Heyman mocked Braxton and then said it meant whatever they wanted it to mean. Heyman says the match will only end when one man walks out the winner and the other man goes home to his wife, Brandy. Ooh, shots fired. They cut outside and LA Knight comes speeding into the parking lot with a Slim Jim car and then makes his way down to the match. LA Knight, yeah! And then AJ Styles music hits, and it's a brand new theme, Howard. He's got brand new music. Yep.
Interesting.
Brand new music. This match is 12 minutes, 25 seconds. Also, LA Knight apparently is involved with Slim Jim, kind of like Macho Man Randy Savage back in the day. And he brought a set of keys from the car he drove in down to the ring because some lucky winner entered some contest somewhere through Slim Jim and won that car. So he handed this lady the keys. And the lady kind of looked like, why am I here? I don't know what's going on. Ah! So that was something.
I may have once again yeeted myself out of this call, but like I just couldn't see you guys, nor could I find how to get back. So I just got back. So
you should stop touching buttons. How about that? Stop screwing around over there. I don't know what you're doing, but this is the time and place to be a consummate professional, Howard. Okay. I got five
scorecard earlier.
I got five-time monitors right here. Bam, 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 bam. And I got the old lappy toppy right here as well. Bam! Doing multi-task. Consummate professional. As long as the Avs win, then we're good.
Didn't you say there are like 45 seconds left? And
it's in the intermission, though.
Oh.
All right, who? Did you just spill?
No. I sent my box of models down so I could pick up the prediction sheet. Although I should have remembered that this is not an exciting set of predictions, as we all went with L.A. Knight.
Yeah. Where were you on that, rude boy?
Yeah.
Got to pick it up from the back side there. Pick it up. All right. 12 minutes, 25 seconds.
This is where I started watching.
Yeah. And then Rude Boy and I started having side conversations.
Yep.
All right. Bing, bing, bing. And we're off right away. Knight and Styles going at it, trading strikes. Knight then sends Styles right out of the ring. Knight hits Styles with a rope dive drop kick. Knight then hits Styles' head repeatedly into the commentary desk. Knight then sends Styles back into the ring. Styles then attacks Knight as soon as he rolls back into the ring. Knight tries to respond, but Styles kicks a leg out right from under him. Styles then works over Knight's knee. Styles hits Knight with a wheelbarrow face buster, but Knight kicks out. Styles goes up top. Knight cuts him off, goes for a back suplex. Styles rakes Knight's eyes, causing Knight to fall back down onto the mat. Knight jumps back up, hits a German suplex, one on Styles, but Styles kicks out. Styles then puts Knight in a calf crusher submission. Knight gets to the ropes. Styles slams Knight's knee into the ring post, and the referee checks on Knight. Styles then hits a drop kick on Knight's knee to the ring post. Knight then pulls Styles into that ring post. Knight then pulls up the protective padding on the ring side. Styles reverses Knight's attempt at a pile driver into a back body drop onto the exposed concrete. I should also mention that a little bit earlier, just a few moves ago, while they were in the ring, there was a Russian leg sweep. Just need to throw that out there. Styles rolls back into the ring, tells the referee to start his counting, and then, the JS He is in the comments. There it is. The man equivalent of daytime soap opera. That's right. Bringing the drama straight into your world. So, JS, thanks for joining us. Styles is in the ring. Knight breaks a count at 9.999, as in 2.9999. Styles goes for a springboard. 450. Knight counters, gets his knee up. Both men start trading strikes. Styles hits Knight with a Pele kick. Knight avoids a phenomenal forearm. Styles then almost gets to Styles Clash, but Knight kicks Styles in the face and gets out of it. Styles misses another phenomenal forearm. Knight hits Styles with the BFT, the blunt force trauma, and a 1, 2, and 3. Your winner of this match and LA Knight's first appearance is the megastar L.A. Knight. Yeah!
Yeah.
And then we get a video announcing the next Saudi Arabia event, which will be a Friday and Saturday event, May 24th and 25th, the Queen and King of the Ring tournament. Also to mention, AEW Double or Nothing is the Sunday the 26th.
It's quite the weekend.
Howard just ready to go. He's done.
Yeah. We'll survive. We'll survive.
It's like the earthquake that JS lived through out on the East Coast. I sent him a photo of the extreme damage observed from said earthquake, which I'm sure
a couple lawn chairs.
I'm sure is what. No. That's Florida man's problems. That's the Florida man's right there. What we're looking for, of course, is what happens in Jersey, and that, of course, is just let her roll once again. There you go. There's your true
Their parking
aftermath.
spot saver.
Yes, saving another one. So anyway, as we are rolling right along, a WWE Hall of Fame class makes their way out, and they're inducted or introduced again, I should say, as the class of 2024 is the first Paul Levesque class for the Hall of Fame. So everybody is excited about that. And then Paul Heyman is out there once again. And guess what? Another video package. Our next match is for the WWE United States Championship with your U.S. champion, Logan Paul, versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. This match is 17 minutes, 40 seconds in length. And Howard with the info.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. Unlike the last match where we all picked the same person to win, here each of us has somebody else picked. Kidder is going with the Viper, Randy Orton. Kyle is going with Kevin Owens. And because I think, hatred is trending, I went with Logan Paul. So, yeah. One of us is going to be right. One of us is going to score a point.
Two of us are going to be drinking.
Yep.
Two. I mean, I've been drinking anyway, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're in the back in the pre-gorilla area, and KO starts walking his way up and turns the corner in the same place that last night we saw KO. It's Sami Zayn standing there with his Intercontinental Championship he won last night. And Zayn smacks KO and says, "Your turn now." goes out, and KO's music hits. His entrance, the graphics, all EC dub style. That's right, the OG EC dub style. Loving the view and the look there. So, then very good. I'd also like to mention that Logan Paul made his entrance on a 6-wheeled Ford F650 or some garbage with some stupid Prime drink cannon on the back that looked like it was supposed to shoot, and then it hit some pyro up on the words in the set. And it was dumb. Just stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought that was about as cheesy as I think it comes for an intro.
It was pretty garbage.
Well, sellouts are going to sell out, so.
It's true. I mean, look at us. We don't have any cred over here, so.
No cred.
So KO gets out to the ramp. He sees the truck, and he's kind of got that WTF look of what's wrong with this thing. So he goes back behind the L on the stage and comes out in a golf cart. That's right, he's got a people mover. He's hauling down to the ring. And then Randy Orton's music hits. And you see Kevin down at the bottom of the ramp, and the wheels are turning. He throws it in reverse, backs all the way to the top of the ramp. Randy Orton's coming out. KO almost runs over Randy Orton. He's like, hey, what? And Kevin's like, come on.
Yeah,
come on,
get on. A little bit.
Get on. And Orton's like, all right. And then they both go flying down the ramp in this thing. KO almost takes it off the ramp. Randy's holding on for dear life. And they get down to the bottom, and they are laughing away. So that was good. Right away, match starts off with Paul rolling out of the ring, hoping that Orton and Owens will fight each other, but they just roll out of the ring and chase him around. Orton and Owens take turns beating the crap out of Paul outside the ring. Orton suplexes Paul, on the commentary desk. Owens then asks if he can try. Orton then gives Owens a go-ahead, and Owens suplexes Paul on the table, 2. Orton then hits another suplex, 3, on Paul on the desk. JS is saying Iron Mike Tyson's coming out for the win. We'll have to see. It's going to be a left swerve and then a right swerve for the U.S. champion to survive this matchup. Orton and Owens bring Paul back into the ring. Paul pushes Owens into Orton. Owens says, hey, it was him. Orton and Owens apologize, turn around, continue beating up Logan. Both Orton and Owens try to pin Logan at the same time. Orton and Owens lock eyes. Owens suggests they continue beating up Logan and fight later. Orton then agrees and immediately tries to RKO Owens, but Owens blocks it. Owens then asks Orton if they should fight now. Orton shrugs, and then they start blasting each other with rights and lefts. Paul takes both men out with a double money clip. Owens then sends Paul and Orton into the corner. Owens hits both men on a cannonball. Then Logan manages to get his knees up while Owen went for the swanton. Logan hits Owens with a swanton himself, rolls through, and then into a frog splash on top of Randy Orton for a near fall. Orton and Paul are trading shots. Paul hits Orton with a gut shot. Orton then sets up Owens for the draping DDT, vintage! But Logan breaks it up. Logan goes for another money clip, but Orton reverses it into a power slam. Orton hits a draping DDT on both Paul and Owens at the same time. Vintage! Just for Howard Blues, because that is Howard's favorite move of all time. After a series of reversals, Owens hits a power slam off the top rope on Logan Paul. Owens hits a moonsault on Paul, but Paul kicks out. After another series of reversals, Orton then hits RKO on Owens. Owens kicks out at 2.999. Paul blasts Orton with some brass knuckles out of nowhere. Orton kicks out. Paul hits Owens with the brass knuckles as well, and Owens falls down to the floor. Paul goes for another shot to Orton with the brass knuckles. Orton ducks. RKO to Paul. Orton gets to his feet, grabs the brass knuckles, and hands him over to the ref.
The
He's
ref
gonna
seemed
go-
dumbfounded as to what to do with those. He's like, "What do I do with this?" And he's like, "Oh, just put it in my pocket."
Yeah, the ref's like, thinks, I think. So, Orton is going to go for the punt kick. He hasn't used that in like 15 years. You know, the Legend Killer! Again, Howard's favorite theme and time period for Randy Orton. So suddenly, the guy in the prime bottle suit pulls Paul out of the ring, and Orton gets into a fight with the guy in the prime bottle. The dude moves the face mask, and it's some apparent YouTube star or some garbage woofing and swearing at Orton. Orton blasts him in the stomach, sends him sailing. RKO! Puts the prime bottle guy through the commentary desk. But then Paul pushes Orton into the ring steps. Owen hits a stunner on Orton. Orton kicks out. Owen sends Orton into the ropes for a pop-up powerbomb, but Orton reverses it into the RKO! Paul sends Orton onto the ring post, hits a frog splash on Owens, and 1, 2, 3. The winner, and still the United States champion, is Logan Paul. And Howard Blues, he's got the question, he's got the thinking, and yes, that is the DraftKings screwy finish of the night, because it's extra screwball.
Yeah, that does sound like one kind of screwy match. But I mean, everybody loves hating Logan Paul, so and they're going to keep the title on him for a while. It also brings them internet buzz
And a ton of money, because Logan Paul's loaded.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's got his own weekly podcast, and so, for him to be there, set the title out there, and talk about how he's a champion, and reaching millions of people who maybe don't care about wrestling,
With cred.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it, and so they're going to keep it on him for a while.
I wish Howard got the cred joke, because I know he hasn't seen that. The South Park episode making fun of basically Prime Energy and Logan Paul. It's worthy of a watch.
Maybe I'll track it down sometime.
Yeah, it's out there. All right, well, we got a quick timeout. Everybody good on their drink?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm
good. Surprisingly, I'm almost running out, but I'm getting a little parched here. And since it's that moment of the show, talking about some drinks again, Brother Smalls sent in a little cache last night and wanted to throw us around. So, Brother Smalls, thanks for the round.
Cheers, brother.
And you get to watch this in slow motion, because even though I preloaded it, it's got to load again. So you get the full throttle action. A cheers. Thanks for the round. Brother Smalls. It's running at it's the speed of smell. But
well, to be fair, was not a graphic meant for live streaming. It was originally meant for the podcast. So
there it goes. Look at that fade out. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
Next match on the card, the second to last match for the night. It is for the WWE Women's Championship match. Io Sky versus Bayley, the role model.
Yeah, and hey, we're back to all thinking the same, as we all went with Bayley on this one. So it's gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Peter's like, I was hoping you would vamp longer so I could refresh my beverage.
I mean, I don't really need another one of those. Tap the Rockies. JS, thanks for being along for the ride and providing a little comedic entertainment. All right, here we go. First of all, Bayley making her entrance like a pharaoh queen, Egyptian goddess, if you will, and new music again. She gets carried awkwardly by 4 Egyptian dudes with the face masks and then put down. She's got some wings and stuff. Comes on down, and then Io Sky. The graphic wall for it was very cool for this match with Io and the many moves and kind of appearances of Io. It looked really cool. Damage Control joined her at the top of the ramp and then said, "Good luck. See you later." Made her entrance. Also to note, and I think I forgot last night to really discuss it, but WWE has been making it more like the UFC matches. Even AEW. And they've done it before, but where we're talking is how before each championship match, they're in the ring, the lights change, they go down, and then it's time for the WWE Women's Champion. First, the challenger. Hailing from San Jose, California, weighing blah, 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 blah. Here's Bayley. They have a special graphic, and there's a different camera angle as well. And then they come back and introduce the champion on the other side, which is pretty cool, except for how shaky the camera is, even though it's on a gimbal. Not a huge fan of that, but that's just how she goes. All right, match starts off. Bayley's hitting Io Sky with a shoulder block. Sky rolls out of the ring. Sky gets back into the ring, hits a shoulder block on Bayley. Bayley dives onto Sky. Sky kicks out. Bayley goes for the patented turnbuckle drop kick, but Sky blocks it, sends Bayley's leg into the ring post. Sky starts attacking Bayley's previously injured knee. Bayley rolls out of the ring. Sky goes for the Asia moonsault. Bayley trips Sky in the apron, sends Sky into the timekeeper's area. Sky hits the elbow to Bayley's face, and the action continues when Sky jumps off the barricade, but gets hit, countered midair with the Bayley to belly suplex 1. Bayley then sends Sky back into the ring, hits her with a spinning backbreaker. Bayley goes up top, Sky trips her. Bayley's leg gets caught in the turnbuckle. Sky drop kicks Bayley, sending her down to the floor. Then, Sky hits the triangle moonsault on Bayley. Bayley kicks out. Sky hits Bayley with 2 German suplexes. So yeah, we're up to 3. There's a near fall. Sky goes for the over the moonsault, but Bayley gets her boot up. Bayley goes for a diving elbow drop. Sky reverses into the crossface. You know who doesn't exist in WWE legend anymore. Bayley then escapes, gets put into the crossface again. Sky transitions it into the STF a la John Cena. Bayley elbows her way out of that. Bayley gets hit with a Bayley to belly. So there's, 4? She kicks out. Bayley goes for the Rhodes plant. Sky blocks it, tells Bayley she's sorry. Sky nails Bayley with a right hand. Bayley and Sky start trading strikes back and forth. Sky hits Bayley with a butterfly backbreaker. Sky then hits Bayley with the over the moonsault. Bayley's able to kick out. Sky into Bayley. Moonsault again from the second rope. Sky tries to hit the same move. Top rope. Bayley moves. Bayley goes for the Rhodes plant. Sky hits Bayley with the front flip. Laughs at Bayley. But Bayley grabs her, nails Sky with a lariat, then hits a diving elbow drop, follows it up with the Rhodes plant, a 1, 2, and 3. That's right, your winner and new WWE Women's Champion is Bayley. That match, 14 minutes, 20 seconds.
That was an enjoyable match.
Yeah. It sounds like that was a good one, which I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised that this was going on second to last. I would have thought that the US title would have been, but it sounds like
it's good.
this one did well and earned its spot. So
Very good match. Also, shout out to Trip to the Moon commenting on YouTube regarding Roman Reigns being close to beating Hogan's title reign, and he was still Roman Reigns at going into tonight, the third longest reigning in history, even though they've talked about him being the second or first, but I think is Bob Backlund, or no, he's the fourth longest because there's still 3 ahead of him because Roman Reigns is at 1,316 days as holding the championship. So thanks for the comment and the shout out. People in the audience, Warren Treaty, T-Pain, George Kittle, Vanessa Hudgens is there again, Lily Singh, Michael Chi, whatever. And then suddenly Philadelphia Eagles cheerleaders are in the ring and Snoop Dogg shows up like a puff of smoke from behind him talking about the attendance and then pyro. And guess what? More commercials and a video package. So we got a huge entrance from my son, Cody Rhodes. That's right, it's my son, Cody Rhodes. He's got Brandy Rhodes right next to him in a face mask that's kind of like the Statue of Liberty. He's got eagles flying right off of his shoulders, and Brandy Rhodes standing right there. Ooh, yeah. He's the son of a plumber. Giving this one to Rude Boy. He's just going to make him laugh. And then Roman Reigns' entrance. You cut back to the what? Yes, I know we haven't told it, but again, with Roman Reigns' entrance being 15 minutes anyway, we already know that we have our predictions locked in. So stand by. Cuts back to the ramp, and there's the Philadelphia Children's Choir and Orchestra spread across the entire stage, and they start playing his theme song, and then Roman Reigns and the wise man, Paul Heyman, make their way down to the ring. And then, of course, the championship introduction, as we've mentioned before. All right, Howard Blues, this is a Bloodline Rules match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, and this match is 33 minutes, 25 seconds.
Yeah, and we do have some differing opinions when it came to the predictions. Kidder, you and I both went with Cody Rhodes to win and finish his story. Kyle went with the champ, Roman Reigns, who, if you ask him about his story, he's only in like the third or fourth inning. So, we'll see how this plays out. Of course, I know you guys already know. I don't know. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm curious how this all turned out.
Yeah, absolutely. And the extra info about the championship title, because the unification and whatnot between the initial 2 belts, the heavyweight title and the WWE title, so less than or universal title, which was the heavyweight title. They got so many titles, and you try and follow the lineage on it, it is kind of ridiculous. So correct the 1,316 days leading into tonight, and then the main WWE Championship 1-22. So, of course, not close to Hogan's record at all. So, thanks for being in the comments and helping us, beat the algorithm. So here we go. Match starts off right away. Reigns in Rhodes' face. Rhodes doesn't flinch. Reigns starts laughing at Rhodes. Rhodes is standing right face to face, and Reigns hits him with the shoulder check. Heyman hypes up Reigns. Rhodes comes right back at Reigns, hits a huge uppercut, sends Reigns out of the ring. Rhodes grabs a table from under the ring because, bloodline rules and anything goes. Reigns then hits Rhodes with a drive-by before Rhodes could get back in the ring. Reigns then grabs the table and slides it back under the ring like a true heel. Reigns is, of course, feeding into the crowd there. Rhodes avoids Reigns, sends him into the ring steps, and takes him out into next year, basically. Rhodes tries to send Reigns back into the ring, but Reigns hits Rhodes with a kendo stick that he somehow grabbed from underneath the ring. Rhodes puts Reigns in a figure four, and Reigns rakes Rhodes' eyes to break that hold. Reigns then works over Rhodes. Rhodes and Reigns fighting into the crowd. Reigns tries to suplex Rhodes on a platform, but Rhodes reverses it, hits a suplex of his own. One. There it is. And Big D joining in, finally, from across the pond, vicariously living through the play-by-play. And you, Big D, Big Daddy-O, you have joined at the crap moment here, because we are at the moment of the main event. And I just realized that I forgot to do the Mark Henry, because it's time for the main event. Thanks. Reigns and Rhodes going back and forth, big boots, and then they're trading strikes. They're hitting double clotheslines, and they're both down. Reigns gets to his feet first. Both men start exchanging strikes again. Rhodes hits Reigns with a power slam, followed up with a disaster kick. Reigns kicks out. Rhodes goes for the Cody cutter, but Reigns catches Rhodes in mid-air and hits Cody Rhodes finisher on him, but Cody kicks out. Reigns then jokes that Rhodes' move sucks, and Rhodes has never beaten anyone with it. Rhodes then ducks the Superman punch, because that move sucks, from Reigns, and hits him with some jabs, and then bam! Bionic elbow a la Dusty Rhodes from up top, baby. That's right, Daddy-O. We are rolling right along. Reigns rolls out of the ring. Rhodes follows Reigns, clears the commentary desk, and as he comes over to grab Reigns, bing! Hits the low blow. And the Rhodes family jewels have been shattered, baby. Reigns then powerbombs Rhodes through the commentary desk, the English commentary desk, I might add. Reigns hits a Superman punch on Rhodes, and Rhodes kicks out. Reigns goes for the spear, but Rhodes hits the boots in Reigns' face, and then hits the Cody cutter. Reigns then kicks out, fights his way out of the crossroads. Reigns goes for the rock bottom, but Rhodes counters with the hip toss. Rhodes hits Reigns with a spear! Reigns kicks out. Rhodes then goes for the crossroads on Reigns, goes for another one, but suddenly Jimmy Uso out of nowhere and a super kick party! Reigns then hits a Superman punch on Rhodes, and they are down. Jey Uso runs down the ramp and starts brawling with Jimmy. That's right. Up at the top, thanks for the subscribe. Really appreciate that. Or Roman Sander, I believe that's, if I'm saying it correct as I take a look. So big thank you for hitting the subscribe there. Thanks for that. So, the Usos are going at it up the ramp, brawling back and forth. They separate. Jey spears Jimmy off the stage through a table. And then, right back into the ring, Reigns spears Rhodes. Rhodes kicks out once again. Reigns puts Rhodes into the guillotine. Rhodes forces Reigns out of the ring, breaking that hold. Hey, Argentina, joining the chat. Thank you for hanging out with us and listening to the main event this evening. So again, they are out of the ring. Rhodes spears Reigns through the barricade of the timekeeper's area. Rhodes sends Reigns back into the ring. Rhodes hits a bunch of crossroads on Reigns, but suddenly, out of nowhere, Solo Sikoa hits a Samoan spike on Rhodes. Sikoa then pulls Reigns on top of Rhodes, just like what happened at WrestleMania 39. Rhodes kicks out this time. Sikoa and Reigns hit a spear and a Samoan spike combo on Rhodes, but Rhodes still kicks out. Well, yes, You should subscribe to this channel, Big D, because you're on this channel. Have you not visited the Big D Business Center lately?
The subscribe button's free.
Even the thumbs up's free.
On YouTube.
Twitch, either way. Thanks for that pause, because I needed a drink. Going at it tonight. WrestleMania 40. It's all on the line. Oh, he's trolling. Right. Trolling the muddy rivers of the backwaters of overseas. Rhodes sends Reigns back into the ring. Rhodes hits a number of crossroads on Reigns again. Samoan Spike is here. The combo. Rhodes still kicks out, and then all of a sudden we look at the rim. That's right. It's John Cena! Out of nowhere comes running down to the ring. He attacks Solo Sikoa, who took him out of action last year. Cena clotheslines Sikoa over the top rope, hits an AA on Sikoa through the Spanish announce desk. And then suddenly, if you smell what The Rock Dwayne Johnson is cooking. That's right, the final boss, The Rock, makes his way down to the ring. The ring is basically clear, so The Rock and Cena meet face to face in the ring, once again staring each other down. Cena then whips off his shirt, throws it off, and he gets ready to throw down. John Cena goes, "You can't see me," and then out of nowhere, rock bottom on Cena! Rock bottom on Cena! And then all of a sudden, Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, The Shield. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. Yeah, The Shield's music starts playing. Holy crap! I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't seen John Moxley on AEW in a few weeks. Is it possible? Is Dean Ambrose back in the WWE? No, it's Seth Rollins. He comes running out, dressed in the Shield gear, starts going after Reigns, but Rollins gets taken out with the Superman punch like that. I almost missed it. I was like, where did he go?
Yeah, that was kind of a dupe.
It was like,
that was a surprise. He wasn't coming down the ramp.
It was very bizarre. And then suddenly the light goes out, and I was like, did they pay the bill? What happened? And then, bong. Oh, almost like Halo. That's right. The Undertaker appears behind The Rock. Oh, my God in heaven. It's JR. Jim Ross is losing his marbles. He's full and he's sweating barbecue sauce. This is unbelievable. That man has a family. Undertaker grabs The Rock, turns around, choke slam straight from the top. The Phenom takes him out. The lights go out again, and they both disappear. I was like, where did The Rock go? Did The Undertaker drag him to hell? I didn't see Kane here. How is this possible? I have questions.
This is like every 10-year-old wrestling fan's fever dream.
That's what it felt like. It's like, who else could show up? And then they did.
Well, listen over here. I'm already sweating, and this thing isn't over yet. Woo! All right. The chat there, the moment there, the chair shot, Roland's back, Cinema, Hunter. That's right, some Scorsese. Yeah, he's scripting it in the back, pulling the right strings. Here we go. So they disappear. Reigns grabs the chair. Instead of hitting Cody Rhodes, that's where, wham! 10-year of retribution in the waiting is the chair shot. Rhodes kicks Reigns in the head to block the spear. Rhodes hits the crossroads on Reigns. 1, 2, 3. That's right, Cody Rhodes, my son. He's done it. He's finished the boyhood dream. He finished the story. He closed the chapter. He's done, baby daddy. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Go, Lord in heaven. Cody Rhodes. He is the new Undisputed, baby. WWE son of a plumber universal champion. Whew! And that's going to live on the internet for a while.
That was a match.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to go watch this thing.
That one, out
I
of
thought
all
you were gonna
the
say you'd
tonight's
have to
matches,
take a
that one's
drink.
worth watching.
Yeah. I mean, that's they pulled out all the stops for that match. I'm not gonna lie.
Woo!
But Kidder, I did note with all of these surprise / guest appearances, one name wasn't mentioned, and it was one of our bonus questions as a possible person. And that was one Mr. Steve Austin didn't show up. So that's wrong. So
Yes.
here we go.
Cheers.
If you know, you know.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, gents, I mean that brings us through the end. So some things to ask.
Yes. Do you
You
want
saw-
to know what happened after?
Wait, there's more?
Well, you start talking, you drink it. I gotta make sure that you finish your thing. Finish the story, Howard.
I mean, listen, I thought we were over. I thought we were out.
Oh no, the
There's-
lights have not hit. The copyright has not appeared in the corner of the screen. The signature at the end has not shown up. We are still live, baby.
Wow.
And I agree. I mean, like Howard and I have been watching wrestling for years, and at this point, it did come down to this. I mean, this was a huge moment. And I sent a text over to the funny guy because he wasn't watching. He's too busy. And so I sent him the text with the photo of my son Cody Rhodes holding the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. And he's like, is this... Are you, is this like an AI fake or what? So I sent him the picture of another montage, and he's like, holy crap, if I had seen that, I'd be getting emotional. And yes, it gets there. After the match, the title is handed to my son, Cody Rhodes. The Rock is furious, picks up reins. They start walking out to the back. Rhodes is overcome with emotion. He poses for the title. And then Kevin Owens, L.A. Knight, yeah! John Cena, Randy Orton, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and yes, Brandy Rhodes come on down to the ring. Cody, and they start celebrating. And then suddenly CM Punk runs down, raises Cody's hand, and then Cody's mom comes on down into the ring and hugs Cody. Cody then hands his mother the title so then she can hold it and pose for the photo. So very happy about that. It was quite the moment had there. Let's see. What do we got here? Match between Yoshi Tatsu and Vance Archer in 2010. Yes. Yes, it was quite a throwback. Cody gets a mic, and he asks Bruce Pritchard and Triple H to join him in the ring because he said those two were instrumental in bringing him back into the WWE. They came down to the ring. They indulged Cody with that. Came on down to the ring and said some words, shook the hands, gave some hugs. Triple H raised Cody's hand. Then Cody got out of the ring, hugs Michael Cole, shakes Corey Graves' hand, shakes Pat McAfee's hand, goes over, shake Seth Rollins' hand, and thanks him for helping him. Seth Rollins says, basically, you owe me one, and I'll be cashing in, that sort of thing, what it looked like to me, reading the lips. Cody then shook Nick Khan's hand, who was at the corner of the ramp, and then the video recap of WrestleMania 40 Sunday. And that is the end.
All right.
Worth the wait.
Yeah. So gents, if you had to score tonight, with the usual letter grade scoring system, what would you rate tonight's take on WrestleMania? What would you give it?
Even an A-.
Good one.
Solid A from me. I obviously experienced WrestleMania 30 and got to see Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan in the same ring. And aside from The Undertaker losing that night, which was the dumbest thing of that show, that was a phenomenal show.
Okay. What would you say was the match of the night for this night of WrestleMania?
Has to be the main event.
I mean, the main
lot of
event was something
superstars.
else.
Yeah, that was well wrestled and didn't have extreme shenanigans.
Okay.
It was very good, and kind of like last night's show, the match was supposed to have shenanigans, and so it almost disqualifies itself from the screwy finish of the night. So there's that. So, man, I mean, that was good, but also Drew McIntyre losing the heavyweight championship 3 or 4 minutes after he won it was also pretty good. So,
yeah, no, that's some good calls on that. Which night was better, Kidder? Night 1, night 2. Which was the better night?
For me, it was night 2. I thought it had a better lineup, and love to hear from our commentary as well on favorite match, favorite moments, those sorts of things. Because
second best match. What do you think, Mark?
There's a lot of other stuff going on. I mean, the second best match, the women's championship was really good. I liked the LA Knight and AJ Styles match. I thought they had a lot of great moves in there as well. But
I'd say both of those felt like classics.
yes,
I enjoyed those
almost
kinds
a
of matches.
tie for me for the women's match and the LA Knight and AJ Styles. Be a tie for second.
Even though there wasn't anything on the line championship wise for that one match, it was well executed by both wrestlers, I think.
Well, Rude Boy, what they probably did win? Because there had to be a winner, right? And it was a gimmick match of some kind, because Slim Jim was it. So we know that the winner probably won one of those long boys.
Your supply of Slim Jims.
Yeah. Yep. Howard?
Well, I was just doing a little bit of math.
Oh, I thought you were
on
thinking about
this.
which match you thought was the best and the most fun hearing about and discussing.
I mean, just listening to this, and there were good matches discussed throughout both nights, but this main event, like, I you know me, I try to do stuff with my hands, keep myself busy so I can just listen and focus. And as I'm sitting here assembling models, and you're bringing out all these people, like when you got to like the Undertaker, I was a little wondering, like, is Kidder just messing with me at this point? It's just
that's truly what I should do. One of these reviews is as you're sitting there painting, just start naming people and see what happens.
Yeah, because
I'm not a fruit black car. He's got the chair and the briefcase. My God, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what it felt like. This match just sounds crazy, and I might have to track that one down and watch that just for the sheer absurdity of it all. So,
Yes, you should.
So I was excited about that. Gentlemen, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it got exciting when John Cena showed up, and you're like, okay, somebody else has got to show up, like somebody cool, and then you got a third and you got a fourth, and it's like, oh my goodness, like it won't stop.
They're pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing the math on the old prediction game, looking at just tonight, for the sake of it, Kidder, you had 5 correct. Kyle, you also had 5 correct tonight.
There you go.
I had 7 correct tonight.
Well done, Howard.
Which means in the overall battle for bragging rights, Kidder, you're sitting at 11 correct between the 2 nights, and I'm sitting at 13. So I retained bragging rights throughout the course of the 2 nights. And
point back.
I mean, listen, if we didn't have that point switch, we would have tied at 12. So, take that for what you will. And, some people will be upset. Probably be, think that Howard just pulled over a screwy. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
This could have been the DraftKings screwy finish
Got
of
it
the
right
night.
here for you.
Sorry,
That's right.
folks, there's no winner for the prediction
The
game.
screwy finish is the guy sitting in the middle with the damn ref shirt. That's what it is. Mr. Screwy Screwball Howard Blues in the freaking flesh. Yeah, you get the graphic. Yeah, that's right. Take that. You like it.
I will. And so, any final thoughts before we start wrapping this show up? Any closing takes?
I'm interested to see what will come tomorrow on the Raw After Mania, which is always a hot show to watch. Having attended the show in Nowlands back 10 years ago, and Howard Blues is out. He's pushing.
Good night.
He's pushing the freaking buttons again. I told him to get off the freaking chair, get off the internet. He's done. My God, he doesn't even know what he's doing. Hey, we got ourselves another subscriber, so thank you for putting up with Howard apparently not knowing what the internet actually does.
I just
So
keep
thanks.
bumping my mouse pad. I'm sorry.
Sure, excuses. Stone Cold being there potentially, it would have been cool to have Stone Cold also be there, and Stunner the Rock would have loved that. Big D is Ric Flair suddenly throwing out a woo, so I don't know if that's his final thought or if he's just drunk at what, like 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it is over there. I don't know. But would have been great to see Stone Cold. The weekend was great. I do enjoy getting to see the matches, but I'm still on the fence about the 2-day extravaganza. So maybe for Mania, it's kind of coming around a little bit. It's 12 hours of my weekend just for this, right? It's 2 p.m. and he's at work, so of course he's drunk. Good Lord. Frickin' people. Now that they're doing more events, like the Saudi Arabia event is going to be a 2-day event, like, come on. You serious? You're trying to squeeze in an NXT show and a main show, and then you got all this, like, do we have to? I'm not gonna watch.
So would you rather have, like, if you were to say, like, was each night about 4 hours of actual wrestling time, like if you didn't count the pre-show?
Yeah, so last night was around 4.5, and then tonight was about 4. A little under 4.
Do you think you could do like 1 7-hour show, or would that be too long for
AEW does it? I mean,
Yeah, that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
And so like it would start and it would go forever. And I will say they did then always have like one or two matches that like, well, so and so ran over, so we're cutting the time. And like everybody remembers the famous Sheamus and Daniel Bryan match that ended up being like a one, very swift kick, and then it was a pin, and that was it. And this was like, wasn't it for like the WWE Championship? So it was like one of the major
World Heavyweight
titles,
Championship.
World Heavyweight. Yeah, and it was done in like 10 seconds, 13 seconds.
And I thought that was hilarious. So I liked when that happened. I like them planning stuff and having stuff on the kickoff, because why do we have a 2-hour pre-show filled with the promos? I only need to see them once. If you want to see them again, go watch them on YouTube after the show. Don't waste my time shoving this garbage down my throat all the time. And if you want to see them, subscribe to Premium, just like you subscribe to this show. It's a premium show. Subscribe. That's why it's free. But if you don't subscribe, then just get the commercials. No problem. Then you get them once during the show, watch them afterward on YouTube or something, and stop wasting my extra time. If we started the show at 4 o'clock, I would have been happy with it. Perfect. No problem with it.
Do you think the 2 hours could be squeezed into like 30 minutes on each day?
I mean, I would almost prefer if they didn't do a kickoff show. There's no wrestling on it, so there's no purpose to it other than to get people to buy into the show. Which, if you buy tickets to WrestleMania, you've planned for months in advance that you're going to be there. So again, no point. I didn't get to see much of the pre-show anyway for WrestleMania, because we saw it way down wherever it was and the lights and stuff. So
maybe that's how they justify their $235 tailgate ticket.
Well, and that one's different for me because we didn't have tailgating tickets. Everybody was in the plaza around, at the time, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, which is now the, whatever it is. And everybody just had to wait for the doors to open, and then we were all let in. Maybe it was different
realized
because
that they were
it's
missing out on all those people who were going to be there, but then there's like, well, if the people are too poor to buy tickets to get into the stadium, we can at least charge them to get close and watch the 2-hour pre-show.
Yeah, maybe.
And why sell one night's worth of tickets when you can sell two?
Yeah, sure.
I think they also do it just to give people time to get into the stadium.
Yeah.
And find their seats, find the merch table, get their food, get their beverage.
You know how we can avoid that? Open the doors earlier.
Well, I think that they opened the doors plenty early because they started filing in 2 hours before the show, right now. But
that's the show. Make the kickoff time the show, so then you back it up an extra 2 hours. Because I think we showed up at about 1 o'clock to make sure we were there so we could get in, and we didn't get in until, after 4 o'clock or whatever it was.
Right, but what I'm saying is that they're using that kickoff show to be like the noise in the in the stadium. It's on. People are coming in. Most stadiums have like TVs in the concourse, so people are walking in. They're seeing the promos. They're getting hyped. Mm-hmm. Like it's what they're doing now.
I have a solution for you.
Yeah, go for it.
Unless you want to finish your thought.
Well, all I'm saying is that even if they were to say, take that 2 hours, make that show, you know what they're going to do? They're going to move the kickoff 2 hours earlier and still do that.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
That's not going to eliminate it. It's what they're doing to fill time as people walk in. It's the fact that they make it a big deal and broadcast it and put it out there for everybody to see that gets us upset about it.
I suppose, because I tune in and I'm not missing anything. So the kickoff desk, again, this year was outside in the concourse so people could gather behind them and show their signs and stuff like that. So I would still like to have the interview table there and have the interview segments intertwined with the kickoff show and have matches on the show, like how it used to be. Here we have a segment. We have so-and-so. We're talking about lots of matches on the card. We can talk about this one. Who's your prediction? Great. Over here. Okay, we're going down to the ring. We have the B commentary team. They're going to commentate this match. Bam. There it is. Okay, there's the match. And again, when you're talking about airing promos and doing the things, let's put all of that on the TVs, because guess what? The arena has its own audio-video system. And so we can have all of that playing constantly. So you're seeing the full promos, getting everybody hyped up. And then on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere else in social media, throw out the promos in live stream events. But it's not the actual kickoff show where there's the matches. So they get in 2 hours before. So let's say 2 o'clock. The show starts at 4. Bam, there's the show. Now we're in. Welcome to WrestleMania. It's the kickoff, and this is where you get to see the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Royale, which was on SmackDown. Worthless now. 10 years ago when they started it. Now it's worthless. Doesn't get you anything, aside from like a commemorative belt, which you can buy on the Fanatics WWE shop store. So, again, worthless. Speaking of which, if you're a baseball fan, there are now your championship titles available for your favorite MLB team.
Well, gents, any last thoughts before I wrap this thing up, being that it is now nearly midnight? And
it's a great way for them to make extra money by having it an extra day, but I really do not want to see that become a trend for every special show or Saudi Arabia show or their extra shows. If we have to deal with it, let's do it at Mania, and that's it. That's it. Grandest stage.
If everything is special, then nothing's special, right?
That's right. And then suddenly Raw turns into 3 hours and most of it's garbage.
Yeah.
Also, a side thought,
Oh, yeah.
make sure you buy the old Drinking Partner, drinkingpartner.com. Great thing to have out on the tailgating, with the stand or without the stand. And there it is. Hey, R. Willie in the chat saying, WrestleMania was insane.
Return of the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And there was a clip. I know you guys may have missed it because it was during the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, but Thunderbolt was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and as part of the video package was an interview back in the day when one Teddy Long was interviewing him backstage, and all right, holla, 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 you going one-on-one with The Undertaker. I know it wasn't part of it, but Teddy Long always set up matches to go one-on-one with The Undertaker. And it just fit because of the comment. So thanks for the comment. 2 a.m. in Argentina. Yeah, you take care. Thanks for joining us for the comments.
Thanks for
Appreciate
watching.
it.
Have a good night.
Hit up the merch store if you can, and appreciate your subscription there, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs if you can. Help us out. If not, that's okay too. Howard Blues.
Yeah, Kidder's already starting on the cheap plugs, which is normally my bit on on the wrestling shows. So, hey, you're just making my job easier. That's all I'm saying. So let's wrap this show up. Thank you for everybody who's been tuning in and joining us and sharing their thoughts and opinions in the chat. It makes this so much more fun for us. A couple of things as we kind of wrap this thing up. You can find us online at Beer Blues, and I always say the end, beerbluesbs.com. That's our home in cyberspace, where you can find the links to all of the things I'm about to tell you about from our merch store that we have on there, where you can pick up your own merch. We have premium t-shirts, which we made as a joke about premium live events. It's still good. Pint glasses like Kidder is showing, and other things such as that. You can find the links to our social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Every now and then we post extra things on there. That's always fun to see and do. Little shorts, little clips, all good stuff. If you're watching us on Twitch, thank you. You now know where to find us. And that's great. If you're following us on YouTube, or hey, if maybe you missed part of the show, you want to go back, catch the beginning, you can find us on YouTube. Just search for Beer Blues and BS. That's where you can also find our main show, Beer Blues and BS, where Kidder, myself, and great guests like Rude Boy Kyle sit down, drink some brews, and talk about all the things that interest us. Everything from wrestling to video games, TV, hockey, and all sorts of other things in between. So great place and a great conversation. So make sure you join us. And it is an audio podcast besides the video podcast. And you can find us on all of the audio podcast sources that are out there. Everything from Amazon Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. You name one of those, we're there. And you can take us with you. Great way to kill a couple of hours and enjoy some good times with good friends and good brothers.
Especially the audio podcast if you don't want to see the episodes with Big D, because nobody wants to see him sitting in the Big D Business Center. Let's be honest here.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd with his memes that are only available on Twitch or on YouTube. I guess they are in the YouTube chat. Yes. Well. Yes, your emojis don't work here. You are powerless.
All right. I think that was pretty much everything. So,
Goalie, have any final thoughts?
Who?
Lazy Goalie. Rude Boy.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, it was an awesome wrestling event. I kind of bummed I wasn't able to watch from the start since I had my own hockey game, but I'm glad I tuned in, and thank you guys again for the invite to give my short-sighted 2 cents on my experience of wrestling. So appreciate it. And thank you everybody in the Twitch land and the YouTube land adding to the conversation. It's always good to get some outside perspectives and questions, and that's what we're here for.
It's good. Get the comments rolling. Shout outs. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. And we got to work in the morning, so.
Yeah, I actually got to get up in like 6 hours to hit the road to Fort Todd. So that's why I've been trying to wrap this up. Kidder keeps wanting to rant. So
sorry. Don't
drive it. If I drive off the road and into a lake somewhere, Kidder, I'm blaming you. So let's wrap this up before that becomes more of a possibility.
Good thing there aren't many lakes on the way between here and there.
Actually, you'd be surprised. On the route I take, there's a few. There's a few.
I don't mean sloughs or potholes. I mean actual lake.
Anyway, keep
live
your glass
tomorrow. Unfortunately, we won't be live tomorrow. But we'll get around to it at one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's all right. With that, yeah, keep your glass at least half full. Hey, there'll be free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that old lake-filled Tuscan highway. Have a good night, everybody.
Sounds a bit moist. All right.
It's a little dry.
Bit dry in places.